We've talked a lot about the tax credit for first-time home buyers here on the show. And to give you the good news, and Scott McElmurry is back from Bank of Little Rock Mortgage to tell us there's more good news, and probably for a lot more people now.
It'll expand to more people, absolutely.
Tell us about the new law that's going into effect.
Well, what's new is essentially they've extended the first-time home buyer tax credit that was set to expire November 30th. And with that extension, they've actually opened it up to some current homeowners as well, and then placed a little bit fewer restrictions as far as income is concerned.
Okay, let's go over it then line by line, because we want to know who is available for this and how much money is available as well.
Right. When it comes to the first-time home buyer tax credit, again, that was extended. It's still $8,000. The difference is there's kind of 2 dates to remember. The difference now is, whereas before you had to close by November 30th, now you have 2 dates. April 30th is when you have to have at least a contract to purchase a house, and it has to be signed, a signed agreement essentially to purchase. And then you must close on that agreement or on that house by June 30th to qualify for the tax credit.
So April and June of next year.
2010.
And even that didn't really mean first time. It meant for 3 years.
Exactly.
Right?
The definition of a first-time home buyer is that you have not owned a house within the last 3 years.
Okay.
So.
But now? Current homeowners.
It has been expanded to current homeowners, and they can get up to a $6,500 tax credit. Okay. Again, the same dates apply, the April 30th under contract, closed by June 30th. Where the restriction on a current home buyer is that they must have lived in the house that they're currently in for at least 5 years to be able to qualify for that.
Okay.
So that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. That's going to open it up to a lot of people who are in a home now but would like to replace that home or move into a bigger home as well. And as you mentioned, fewer restrictions now. There are higher incomes.
There are. It was on the previous bill, $75,000 was where the tax credit started to phase out on a single, and it was, I believe, $150,000 for a family that filed jointly. Right. That's been increased to $125,000 for individual filers and to $225,000 for joint, and that's applicable for both first-time and the current homeowner. Very good.
And what about your taxes? Can you decide what year you're going to claim this credit on?
Again, this has been extended, so really from December 1 on, you can certainly claim it in 2009's tax return on your 2010 return. Right. Even if you close in 2010, you can go back to your 2009 tax return, or you can file an amended, if you'd already filed and say closed June 30th, you can file an amended return and get that tax credit. Okay.
The fact that they're doing this, is this a sign that it has worked so far?
Absolutely, it has worked. We've seen quite a bit of activity based on the $8,000 tax credit, certainly locally and certainly as well nationally. So it's been a nice help. Obviously, we're not out of the woods yet, but it certainly has helped.
And now opening it up to so many more people as well with the fewer restrictions.
Exactly. You know, there are some additional restrictions, whereas especially for current homeowners, you can't use it to buy a vacation home or rental property, or those do not qualify. And unfortunately for you, it is limited below $800,000.
Oh, please. Yeah, I think I'm good there. Thanks a lot. I don't make that kind of money. So maybe no better time to buy a home then.
Right, and rates are still historically low. One of the things that they have found with the current tax credit is there's been a little bit of a fraud associated with filing the tax return. So one of the other additional changes is you have to attach your settlement statement or the closing statement when you close to your tax return. Okay, so some people have been claiming that they've bought a home when they have not. That's my understanding, yeah. Even as low as 4 years old, applied for the tax credit.
So be sure and get all the proper paperwork done. All right, so to get started on this, I mean, go find a realtor, go find your home, and then you guys, of course, are writing mortgages.
Or you can pre-qualify and then go out and find that great house.
Exactly. How are interest rates doing now? Because I know we're hoping they stay low.
Very well. We're still below 5% on the 30-year fixed. Very popular. Again, refinancing is still very attractive. 15 years down around 4 1/4. So can't get much better than that.
Very good. Well, that's good news, and we wanted to be sure that you know about it. If you didn't qualify before for the tax credit, perhaps you do now.
Or you missed it.
Yeah.
Hey, you haven't missed it yet.
It has extended now as
well.
Right. All right, Scott, thanks so much for coming by. Bank
of
Little Rock Mortgage, of course. You can go by and see them as you get started, or pre-qualify, as he said, is a good idea before you get started, so you know just what you can afford when you go out home shopping. We appreciate it, Scott. Always keeps us up to date.